And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. No run back here on the opening kickoff, as we'll start at the 25.
Ready. Fight, 97. Ultra.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
17. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. Now they come into top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Strike. Ready.
Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Chicago! A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go. Check smash. 19 Tiger. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, this defense for the Bears, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
You talk about getting off to a hot start, a shutout right out of the gate. Think of the carryover headed into this one, the residue of that game. That means excellent practices, guys alert, ready to go.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
Come 19. 18, Pioneer.
He'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1. And audible here to get a new look. Here we go on 4th down. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. There he goes, left side. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 50 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His now on the year. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. A yard all they need, but it's third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Black shot. Black blue. Your blue.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Okay, ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Go, check. Go, check. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats. 79 Broncos. Hurt. Dragon 60.
They're going to look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Go. Black Ultra.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll shift things around.
6. Mega. Trouble. 38.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Connect, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
Set. Let's go. Full set. Check two.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2nd and 5.
Red, yellow. Set.
They'll look to throw. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go now.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Go, Reed. Go. Big Lion. Panther 11. Panther 11. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger.
They'll set up a throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here we go. Here we go.
2nd and 6.
19 tight. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Hurt. Hurt. Right there.
They'll drop to throw. He's across midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Rig alert. Rig alert.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8.
Peco leading.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
70 Timberwolves. Ready.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Jefferson going to go in motion right.
Mustang 19.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Cup 19. Cup 19. 18. Pioneer. Ready, right?
Here's a 2nd and 7. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Come on, set.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Black.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well, and maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, check that,
well, Charles,
check
in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something real.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Minnesota. 45 yards.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a third. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
This is 2nd and 8.
Trap 60, trap 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Go.
Now back to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. '79 Broncos.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We've got a close game. The offense has played well, but right now they've got to keep their foot on the gas.
And that carries with it an extra bit of pressure, doesn't it? As much fun as they're having right now, they're locked in, really clicking on all cylinders. They also know that if they ever miss a chance to put points on the board, they've actually put their team in jeopardy. And that's not how you want to play the game. It's supposed to be complementary football, offense, defense. But today, it's all offense for them.
Yeah, they've been playing with a sense of urgency. It's probably going to need to continue.
Drill, 52. Yellow, line. Ready?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Check smash. 52 blaster. Strike. Strike. Set.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 82 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Ultra. Ultra.
Oh, now Moore going to get a chance to run. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Steal. Check steal.
Back to throw here. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Come on.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Hey, Trav. Warrior 70.
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. The Vikings send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at about the 28. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Ready. Trouble, 38. Set,
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Set.
On play action, they'll throw. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, so much for situational football because that's the absolute last thing you want to do when you're protecting a lead in the 4th quarter. Not only do you lose yardage, but you find a way to go out of bounds and stop the clock.
Hey, check, mega. Ready?
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go now.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Mustang 19. Buffalo 18. Dixie Maverick. Dixie Maverick. Cup 19. Cup 19. 18. Pioneer.
Looking to throw. And he'll go down. The Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's down the field for Jefferson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play.
Here we go.
The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
22 needle. Cut.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. They go play action here on 1st down. This is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Cole Kmet with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Viking 18. Go.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
Here we go.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
18 Rattler. Ready.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60%.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long.
Street. Panther Street. Hurt. Dragon 60. 19 Lions. Ready.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game.
Right through.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Hands it off out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll run again. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bears are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
He'll look to throw. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll change things up.
Warriors 70. Mustang 19. Buffalo 18.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, come 19, come 19, Pioneer. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably